Imagine waking up to find that your annual state pension has tripled overnight. For millions of UK pensioners, that's exactly what's about to happen. With a major increase on the horizon, some retirees could soon see their state pensions soar to as much as £36,000 a year. So, what does this mean for you, and how can it change the way you think about retirement? Let's dive in. Welcome to UK Insight Now, your trusted guide for pensions, benefits, and senior living in the UK. Stay informed, stay supported, and enjoy your golden years with confidence. Subscribe now and join the community. Let's break down how this new development works and what it means for retirees. The full state pension for someone retiring in the UK is set to increase by a significant percentage, with some individuals now able to receive up to £36,000 a year. This increase could be life-changing, particularly for pensioners who have seen their income shrink due to inflation, rising living costs, or limited savings. So, how does this increase come about? Well, it's the result of the government's commitment to address concerns about pensioner poverty, as well as their desire to ensure that older generations are able to live with dignity and financial security. The state pension is set to rise in line with the triple lock system, which ensures that pensions increase by the highest of three factors: inflation, average earnings, or 2.5%. This mechanism has been in place for a few years, and the government has reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining it, despite concerns about its affordability. This means that for the next few years, UK pensioners can expect substantial increases in their pension payments. But how does this triple lock actually work in practice? Let's take a closer look. Each year, the government compares the three factors: inflation, average earnings, and 2.5%, and guarantees that the state pension will increase by the highest of those three. For example, if inflation is at 3%, average earnings have increased by 4%, and the 2.5% minimum is the lowest, then the state pension will increase by 4%, matching the rise in average earnings. This ensures that pensioners aren't left behind as the cost of living continues to climb, and that they receive an amount that reflects the growth in the economy. This is particularly important given the current economic climate. With inflation running high in recent years and living costs skyrocketing, many pensioners have struggled to make ends meet. But the triple lock mechanism provides them with some much-needed relief. For example, if inflation continues to rise at a higher rate than wages, the state pension will still rise with inflation, protecting pensioners from the rising cost of goods and services. What does this mean for retirees in real terms? The new increase in the state pension could result in a substantial boost to their annual income. For those receiving the full state pension, this could amount to an extra few £1,000s a year. In fact, the total amount some pensioners could receive over the course of a year could reach up to £36,000. This is a far cry from the average pension payments seen in the past, and it's a welcome change for many who have struggled to get by on a limited income. This substantial increase also benefits people who have not been able to save enough for retirement, or those who have had a less stable working life. The full state pension is a lifeline for these individuals, providing them with the basic financial security needed to live independently in retirement. The government's commitment to increasing the state pension will ensure that these people are not left behind and are able to enjoy a more comfortable retirement. But it's not just about the pension increase itself. There are also other factors at play that could affect pensioners' overall financial situation. For example, the UK government has also announced plans to increase the availability of free services for older individuals, including free healthcare and transport. These initiatives aim to make life more affordable for pensioners, especially as many face additional costs in their later years. Of course, not all pensioners will benefit from the full state pension, as the amount you receive depends on your individual circumstances and national insurance contributions. However, For those who are eligible for the full state pension, the news of these increases is undoubtedly a welcome boost. It means that for many retirees, the financial strain they may have been under is finally starting to ease. For those wondering how to qualify for the full state pension, it's important to note that you need to have a certain number of qualifying years of national insurance contributions. The more years you contribute, the higher your state pension entitlement will be. However, if you haven't contributed enough over your working life, you may not be eligible for the full amount. It's worth checking your national insurance record to see where you stand and whether you need to make additional contributions before you retire. The UK government's focus on pensioners is part of a broader effort to address issues surrounding aging populations. With the number of elderly people in the UK steadily increasing, it's crucial that the government ensures that retirees have access to adequate support. By increasing state pensions, the government is helping to tackle issues such as pensioner poverty, which has been a growing concern for years. This increase is also part of a broader trend seen across Europe, where governments are increasingly focusing on the financial well-being of older generations. As people live longer and healthier lives, the importance of securing financial independence in retirement is becoming more apparent. This is a trend we can expect to continue, with more countries looking at ways to ensure that their retirees are financially secure in their later years. In summary, UK pensioners are set to benefit from a dramatic increase in their state pension payments, with some receiving up to £36,000 per year. This is thanks to the government's commitment to the triple lock system, which ensures that pensions rise in line with inflation, average earnings, or a minimum of 2.5%. For millions of retirees, this increase will provide much-needed relief, offering them greater financial security and improving their quality of life in retirement. The increase in the state pension is not just about the money, though. It's about ensuring that older generations are treated with the respect and dignity they deserve, especially as the cost of living continues to rise. The UK government's focus on pensioners is a positive step towards addressing issues of pensioner poverty and improving the overall standard of living for retirees. For those eligible, it's an exciting time, and it's clear that these changes will have a lasting impact on their lives for years to come. As we look ahead to the future, it's likely that the state pension system will continue to evolve, ensuring that it keeps pace with the changing economic landscape. For now, though, pensioners can rest easy knowing that their financial future is looking brighter than ever before. Thanks for watching UK Insight Now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other seniors who need this info. See you in the next video. Stay well.